1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $15 is my game, 15 is my draw. Randall Collins is my name, down in Arkansas. Rolling dice on the railroad yard won't get you too much, Jack. Working on that section gang will surely break your back. $15 is my game, 15 is my draw. Randall Collins is my name, down in Arkansas. Alright, so that is Norman Blake's Randall Collins arranged on banjo in the key of G minor, which is a really common key to play it in. Now, I'm going to go through the tab line by line here in a second, but first thing we're going to talk a little bit about the song form, because there's a bit of weirdness in there, talk about the chords and ideas that I use for backing up over top of this, because it's a little strange with some of these chords in the key of G minor. The tab will be on the screen in the video for the arrangement, the solo arrangement, and a little bit for the chords and stuff. But if you want to copy a PDF of these tabs, please consider supporting me on Patreon, because it's all available there. Anyways, let's get right into this. So, the song has a little bit of a weird form. It has two parts, an A part and a B part, which are not repeated like you would do in a fiddle tune. You could call the A part a chorus and the B part a verse, I guess, verse and chorus. Now, what's weird about it is we always start this tune with the A part, right? So in the original version, which is in the key of A flat, so you'd have to cable one fret, or in the album version, the solos are only 8 bars long. So the beginning is only just one A section, and then the singing goes A, B, A, and then the solo is a B, and then it goes A, B, A. Now, when people jam this, generally what happens is we start with A, and we do, to take it in, we'll do an A section and a B section, so what I did. But then when we start singing, we start with the chorus, like I did, the A section, and then we go B, A, like I did, singing, verse, chorus, so chorus, verse, chorus. And then we get into the solos. But now, when you do the solos, it starts on the verse section, so you have a solo that's B, A. And then as we go further into the song, it just does that. B, A, verse, singer, B, A, soloist. B, A, singer, B, A, soloist. So it's kind of weird, but the first time the singing comes in, it goes chorus, verse, chorus, or A, B, A, and then everything else is just B, A, B, A, B, A. So that'll probably be up on a sheet here so you can kind of see that. So let's talk about the chords to this. So we're going to visualize these chords, and then I'm going to talk about playing on them, because I wouldn't play them the way that I'm going to show you here in a second. So the chorus section, the A section, has G minor. $15 is my gain. Then it goes to a B flat. 15 is my F raw. And then G minor again. Randall Collins. C is my name. And then B down in F and G minor. Right? So that's the chorus section. Now I wouldn't play it here. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's look at the chords for the verse section. So this is the B section. So here it starts on a C or a C7. Rolling dice in the railroad yard won't get you too much. F, Jack. B flat on that. It's B flat on that. E flat, then B flat, F, then G minor. Okay? So those are the chords. I'll keep them up as I go through this, but let's talk a little bit about playing in G minor. If you're not used to doing this, it can be something totally new. We don't normally hold G minor and just play the chord like we do for most chords. What we normally do is we just kind of avoid playing this second string. So if I do something like this is the pattern that I give most of my students. This is just a vamp pattern that sounds like G minor. So anytime you have a G minor bar in a 4/4 tune, you can just do this. Right? $15 is my gain. Right? Now when we go to B flat, you could do this, definitely. This is a B flat chord, this bar A on the 3rd fret. 15 is my... But I often find that doesn't work very well for me, so what I'm doing here is I'm just holding down B flat, and I'm getting like a forward roll or something, so that this B and D are part of the chord. So I'll often do that on like a flat 3/4 or a B flat chord. I'll just do this. Or sometimes I'll get the F as well. thicker string F. And then F. Now this F is a bit weird. You could definitely go draw. It's totally fine to do that. But in this minor key, I kind of like pedaling this D string. So what I'm doing is I'm just lifting my pinky off and just playing the F kind of like this with just these 3 notes. So I get that open D string sound because I just like the way it sounds. You don't need to do this, but in minor keys you can often get away with kind of leaving that string open. So this technically is called an F6 because the D note, this is the 6th of F. So just to review, what I have here is $15 is my gain, 15 is my draw, right? Just this kind of F6, right? Now, when you have this chorus part, this next line here, there's actually something specific that Norman Blake does, is he does this kind of lead up. Randall Collins is my name. So I wanted to get that. I'll put the tab up for this. Randall Collins is my name. I think that's what I do. I've written, yeah. And then this B flat, F, then G minor. And I actually do something that I found worked really well for me when I do this C to the B flat, because it's kind of a hard chord to go from this C to this B flat chord. So what I do is I'm on the C. And I'll put the tab up for this B flat. I just get my pinky to get this B flat note. I just do a basic like 2-finger boom, ticka, and then I make an F chord and just do a little forward roll and get that G minor. Now I'm getting that with my index finger, right? B flat, F, G. So that's what I get with these chords. Now looking at the B section, just because I don't know if I put that up in the tab, but like the C chord I get here, it's sometimes C7 if you want it there. F chord is like this. Then we have B flat. I actually go to this full B flat, working on that, because we have to go to this E flat. Now unfortunately there's an E flat we could get here, but it's kind of an awkward one. And in this section I just like to go to this D-shaped E flat. So if you know what a D is, you just move that up 1 fret, you get an E flat. E flat, D sharp are the same thing. Section gang, and then B flat, F, and G minor. So that's that. I will, if you're get the tab, I'll make sure that the tab of this kind of like chorus backup is up there. But let's get into the tab proper. So here's the tab for the A section, the chorus section. So I go like this. I'll just play the first line. So one thing I'll say is I'm just doing mostly, and this is often when I'm playing in G minor, I do a lot of 2-finger stuff, I do a lot of forward rolls. I just wanted to mention that if you're not comfortable with a G pentatonic scale, that's going to make things a lot easier because most of this is in that. So this, in particular, this first 2 bars. I've got this flat 5 here to kind of make it a little more bluesy. All pentatonic. Right, that I'm basically holding that F6 chord to do that little lick. Okay, continuing on the second line here. Right, let me. Right, so that's it there. How'd the string get sharp? Okay, so yeah, I'll do that one more time. Right, now I'm not playing that last note just because it's part of the next phrase. So that, again, my first finger is basically staying right around this C note. Even if I'm not playing it, it's kind of right there, because if I'm in G minor, I do not want to hit this open string. And so I'm constantly getting this note. So I'm in that position for this whole thing. The only thing I wanted to say about this one, you have that F6 shape again. There's lots of hammer-ons here. That F note is kind of a cool thing to get just with your pinky. We often do that. Okay, going on to the B section. We started this B section with this little pickup going into the C chord. So my first finger's right here, ready for the C, and I'm going to do this little pickup through the 7, which is the same thing we did in the chorus with this like, Randall Collins is my name. So we have this A, B flat pickup. C chord. Alright. Okay, tuning issues. This weather is insane today. Okay. Now, I'm just going to show that one more time. So C here. My first finger is always right there. Now, it's kind of weird because I'm hammering on with my third finger, and then I have to switch quite quick to get that C chord where I'm holding down this E. But you have enough time because you're having a beat where I'm just hitting that C note. This is the flat 7. And a little bend on this one with your pinky. Now, here the melody is E, F. So I'm just doing these with double stops. Now this part's a little bit weird. We're going to go to the B flat chord, but I'm just going to get the top 2 notes of it. This is an E flat chord, but I'm just kind of ignoring it and just getting the melody notes. But I want this E flat on the top. Oh, I think I added a beat there. So that's the whole thing there. We're kind of always in this position. It's a little awkward getting to this B flat here. You could do it. You could just not do a slide and just do 2 fingers, but it's nice to get that slide in there. Okay, so last thing I'm going to do here is we're going to play through the tab nice and slow with the tab on the screen for the chorus and the verse section. And yeah, if you like this, consider supporting me on Patreon. The tabs will be available there. Anyways, here's what it looks like and sounds like. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, hope you enjoyed this. It's a lot of fun to play this tune. Till next time, bye.